Hello everyone, my name is Max, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple enchantment level selector that uses a Lectern and signal strength using a comparator. So as you can see, if I flick these pages right here, the amount of extended bookshelves will adapt, and that means that you will be able to adapt what kind of enchantment you have on your enchantment table. And it's fairly simple, made for Bedrock edition, and yeah, pretty cool. It's a fairly small circuit. I didn't take long to come up with it, but I think you will find it interesting. So because the default state of lecterns are single strength 1, this means that there will always be at least one of these bookshelves extended. That's why we have a lever right here. This lever will simply turn off all the bookshelves that are extended. And yeah, this is just to make sure that if you are at the first page, so let's just go back right here, and you do have that, just like that, as you can see, this bookshelf right here will be extended, but that's why we have this lever right here. It will simply override everything. And once you have that, you can of course select your amount of extended bookshelves. And this is very practical in order to prevent yourself from constantly having to use Silk Touch to remove those bookshelves manually. And yeah, you can just adjust it and can be fairly useful for enchanting. Now the way this works is fairly simple. We are using comparators right here to read from the lectern, and the lectern of course can have up to signal strength 15. It equally divides it by the amount of pages, I believe. And the way it works is that these comparators right here, they take a signal, but they don't change the signal strength. They're basically repeaters, but they keep the proper amount of signal strength, and that's how we can make complicated corners. Well, not very complicated, but we can make use of that to go around corners and properly have the right amount of signal strength. And of course, the signal strength perfectly matches the amount of bookcases. To have a max level 30 enchant on your enchanting table, you will need 15 bookcases, and signal strength 15 is pretty much perfect for that. And it's also not a very expensive build, so the most expensive part would probably be the comparators, and I guess the slime. The pistons are kind of easy to obtain. Yeah, I guess the bookshelves and the enchanting table. But yeah, it's not a very complicated circuit. So those are the required materials for this build right here, and the solid blocks of course as always are an approximate number, and you may need less or more than I do in the specific tutorial. Alright, so to start this off, we're going to make a 7x7 hollow square. So the inside is just going to be 5x5, so it should look just like this. Fairly simple, so as you can see, inside is 5x5. And then just go ahead and put some solid blocks right here, and right here. Now of course this is assuming that you will enter your little enchanting area from here, and that your lectern will be right here. Alright, so now that you got that, place one comparator right here, one comparator right here, one here, and one here. Now just place your redstone dust going all the way around like that. Just like that, pretty simple. And have some pistons going just like this. And this will be where your actual bookshelves will sit on top. So let's just put that on top. Very simple. And once you got that done, you can just do your little platform and place your enchantment table in the center. Now I'm going to cover this up a little. The way you do it is up to you, of course, but I just choose it to do it that way for now. Now you're going to want to place one temporary block and one stair facing like this. This is just to hide the redstone, and while you could put a solid block right there, the issue is that when you flick a page on a lectern, the lectern will emit a redstone pulse with a signal strength of 15. That means this entire thing will like go up and down once, and that will be kind of loud. So that's why I just recommend putting a stair right there. Of course I'm using a smooth stone, and the stone bricks doesn't mix that well, but it's just to demonstrate, so it doesn't have to be pretty. But anyways, let's just put one lectern on top, block behind, go by one. Put yourself a comparator right there, and my bad, looks like I forgot something in materials list. You need one slab, just put the slab right here, go up by one block, go down by one block, break that, you can do that, and also go up by one, and that will be pretty simple. Just place one redstone dust right here, one comparator that will carry out the signal at the same signal strength, and that's fairly straightforward. Now put one block right here, one sticky piston, and one slime block. It can also be a honey block since we have that now, but yeah, I'm just gonna use slime because it's more known, and you can just put your lever right here, and that will be basically the override for turning all the bookshelves off. Alright, now you have to grab your book and quill, and you have to go all the way until it says page 30. Now this is because on Bedrock Edition it shows 2 pages at once, so you have to actually do 30 pages, and on the last page write something. So I'm just gonna write sample text because I am a good old memer, and you don't have to sign it or anything. Just place your book right in there, and as you can see it will already pop up the first bookshelf. We can turn it off for a second, and yeah, now we can test it out. As you can see, we will just be able to adjust it normally, and even at maximum right here, as you can see, we can still walk in just fine. And if we would just want a level 1, flick the lever, it's off, it's on, and then you can cycle back and whatever. And yeah, it adjusts to the amount of pages you currently have selected. So as you can see, outside of the book, it's annoying because it's covering everything up. It is properly adjusting. One flick of a page means one bookshelf added or removed. Alright, so I don't usually do this kind of utility stuff like redstone doors and, you know, hidden whatever, you get the idea. I don't usually do that because that's not really my strength, but this was really simple, and it also provides some nice technical attributes for, like, you know, enchanting is pretty useful for anything. I mean, villager traits are pretty amazing as well, but sometimes you just have to go back to the classic old enchanting, and that's where this comes in pretty useful. As always, make sure to subscribe because I do keep these tutorials coming on a regular basis, and I think you will find them very useful. With that being said, I hope you got a ton of use out of this, and I hope that you enjoyed this video very much. Thank you for watching. My name is Lex, and bye bye.